Hey guys, Patrioticastacker here with Patriotic Interviews, and our special guest is Silver Dragons. How you doing, Silver Dragons? Welcome to Patriotic's Interviews.
Hey, doing good. Thank you so much for having me. I'm excited.
Thank you. I appreciate you for coming on, man. It means a lot.
Yeah, no doubt. Hey, I just want to say first off, Patriotic Stacker, great channel. Love the content, man. I remember when I first started putting out videos, it was the community was just so welcoming. This is the best community in the world, the silver stacking community here on YouTube. So, I love the channel and I hope that you're around for a super long time. We can all be doing this in 10 years from now, huh?
Absolutely, man. That's the plan. You know what I mean? I started this just for a hobby. You know, um, I've been stacking for 9 years since I was 18 years old, and I was following you guys like Savage Stacker, you Yankee, um, so many guys, Tita Silver Stacker. And I was like, you know what? Let me start a YouTube channel. And I'm just doing it for fun, and here I am today.
That's awesome.
You
Yeah,
know,
I think I probably everyone when they first start their channel, it's just for fun, I guess. I mean, I'm still making videos for fun, but
absolutely.
obviously things change over time.
But hey, listen, what do they say? If you like what you do, you don't work a day in your life, right?
That's true.
So
Yeah,
when you're pretty much, this is going to become a living for you, pretty much, pretty soon. How you're
yeah,
going, you got a lot of subscribers and a huge following on your channel.
I do appreciate it. Honestly, I would say probably the first 2 years was all just for funsies, just making
Absolutely,
videos, hanging out with everyone. And I would say probably the most important thing is just building those relationships, over the first few years. Because, you watch everyone else's videos, they watch your videos, and it's just this big community. And then after a few years, it kind of got to the point where there was so many more people entering the silver stacking space that I couldn't watch everyone's videos anymore. You know what I mean? It was just
absolutely.
not enough time in the day. So, it was originally I was on everyone else's channels, and then it got to the point where I couldn't even keep up with all the comments on my channel. So, I still try, but sometimes there's quite a few.
I get what you're saying. You know what I mean? I'm a small guy. I only got so many subs. Um, but you notice that once you're starting to put out your own stuff, um, and it's and you have all these channels out there. I didn't even notice the amount of channels they are, and there must be hundreds of them, and it's hard. You want to show support, you show support to all of them, but it's hard to keep up. You can't watch all their videos, you can't watch, comment on all their stuff.
Right.
I understand where you're coming from, especially what are you at now? 90 something thousand subs.
Yeah, we're almost to 95,000. And at our current pace, the channel's growing at about 100 a day. Um,
Wow.
so we'll probably hit 100,000 here in the next few months, Lord willing. But all you can really do is just put out the best videos you can put out and then hope people watch them and they respond well. But I will say this, over time it gets a lot easier to grow just because you have such a backlog of videos. It's not like you have 10 videos. I have almost 1,000 videos on my channel, so I'm hoping that people are still watching the older ones and learning from those as well.
Absolutely. Let me just do a quick shout out here. We have a couple people in the chat. We got what's up, Savage Stacker, Silver Surfer, Big Red Bullion,
What's up? What's up?
Silver Scorpion. What's up, guys? Thank you, Silver and Gold Stack Attack. What's up, guys? Thank you for tuning in. But yeah, no, your story is how you started, especially if people go back and watch your older videos and how you started with recycling cans. Can you tell us about that?
Yeah, so basically, I was working, I'm a paramedic, and just it doesn't pay a lot of money. I don't know if people know that. I'm assuming most people do, but it's not like being a nurse or some of the other medical professions. It's kind of a job. It's not really a great career, at least not for everyone. I will say it's very difficult, but you don't make a lot of money, right? And so all my bills were just going to feed my family. You know, I got 3 boys. Back then I guess I only had 2 kids, but um, but regardless, I had no savings. I had no extra cash. Like literally, we were living paycheck to paycheck. And so I knew that I wanted to stack silver. I wanted to start saving money that way, because I knew that ultimately, you know, if I saved money the traditional way by just putting it in a savings account in the bank, whether it be, you know, $10, $100, eventually you just move it right over to checking and then poof, it disappears. So I wanted to stack silver because I knew it'd be harder to actually spend. That was basically the reason. But so I was collecting cans, and here in Oregon we get 10 cents per can.
Lucky,
Uh,
we got 5 cents.
yeah, it used to be 5 cents here, and I was doing it back when it was only 5 cents. But I don't know why they changed. I don't even. I don't know if we voted on it or what. I was probably too young to vote back then. But
Absolutely.
anyway, yeah, so we get 10 cents a can. So I was collecting hundreds of cans. I mean, as many as I could. And I was doing it at work too, you know, literally going in the dumpsters, in the trash, just trying to find aluminum, you know, plastic, whatever, it doesn't matter. And so all of that money was going into silver, and my first 40 ounces of silver were just from recycling. So it was, you know, humble beginnings, but I've been able to grow the stack quite a bit since then. And, you know, there's been a lot of new things that have popped up that have helped me grow the stack along the way. The YouTube channel being one of the biggest things. So also, you know, pouring silver and all these other things that I do. So it's really been quite the journey.
Absolutely. Absolutely. You know, that's an inspiration for a lot of people. Um, Matter of fact, Silver Scorpion just commented on, and he says, that's why I'm scrapping so I can buy silver. You know,
Yeah.
it gives people, incentive to, if they don't have money, there's ways to make that money. And just, even if you're starting off with just an ounce a month, it all adds up.
Yeah. Yeah. Even an ounce a month is great. I think I was probably so back then silver was I think around $16 an ounce. And it was actually in 2018, it was a little more expensive than 2019. You know, the price went down a little bit. It got a
Hmm.
little cheaper for us. And back then, you should have seen some of the comments. There was so much hate for silver. Number one, no one was really watching silver videos, silver or gold videos. No one cared about stacking. It was just people would beat you up in the comments section. You know, you're like, "Hey, stack silver," and they're like, "Dude, it was $50 an ounce, and now it's 12. What are you talking about? It's dead." You know, that's what everyone was saying, and it's like, this is the bottom. This is straight up the bottom. And premiums were zero. You could get silver rounds for 50 cents over spot, and that was the time to be stacking hard. And I was putting out videos. You know, hey, now's the time to be stacking, and very few people were listening, but I'm glad I was stacking hard back then.
Yeah,
Um,
like I tell people, we're just ahead of the game. It's
yeah.
better to be in it than out of it. But I notice now there's a lot of people getting into it. A lot of people.
Well, do you
Um,
think that we're still kind of near the bottom? I mean, this is one of those things that I could go back and forth on forever, but in 10 years from now, are we going to be looking back at $23 silver or whatever it is and saying, wow, it was so cheap back then? Or is the price going to be around the same? It's so hard to know. What do you think?
I think it's going to go up. When you look back, it's always gone up. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I don't know how much it's going to go up, but I think it's going to just keep on going up. Where this what silver's been doing the last few months is kind of weird.
Hmm.
If it's going up, it goes up to 24, 25, and then it falls back down.
Right.
But I think it'll go up. I think in our lifetime we might see $50 silver and
Yeah.
maybe $3,000 gold. I don't see
Oh,
why not.
oh, easily. Yeah. I think that it is hard to make these far out predictions, but I think that, the US national debt has doubled over the last 10 years.
Yeah.
We're now up to 30 trillion, and it doesn't seem like they want to slow down on the spending. It seems like they've maxed out daddy's credit card, and they're like, let's just get a new credit card. And after we max that one out, let's just grab a new one and just run it into the ground. And they're never going to slow down the spending. Inflation's going to go forever. And yeah, I mean, I do think it could go a lot higher, but it'll be interesting to see how it all plays out, because I remember when I first started my channel, 4 years ago, everyone was hating on silver. And it's funny, a lot of people are still kind of hating on it. And it's like, well, give it some time. I mean, it's done really well over the last few years. So,
Absolutely. And what I see, usually the haters, the people that are hating on precious metals, are the people that are in cryptocurrency.
right.
And all the comments on videos I see, oh, well, Bitcoin's better than gold, or, Ethereum, whatever that's called, is better than silver. And they're going back and forth. But what I tell everyone, we all have something in common. We don't believe in the dollar. We put our monies into something that's safe, something that's going to make us money, something that's going to protect our money. So, I don't know why people are arguing. They're saying this and this, and gold is garbage and silver is garbage, or whatever. It's been around for millions of years, thousands of years. It's always been looked at as a currency.
Yeah.
I think, is gold and silver the best investment? Is it really an investment? No, but it's a way to protect your wealth. It's an insurance.
Yeah. Yeah, I think there are ways you can invest in silver and in
Oh,
gold,
absolutely.
but as a stacker, that really, it's not a get rich quick scheme. We're not looking at it like that. And
Long term.
yeah, and honestly, the crypto people, I agree. I get where they're coming from. Like, let's get away from the dollar. But to me, they're just so volatile. And maybe in 10 years from now, Bitcoin or Ethereum or whatever will be a lot more stable. But to me, it's not a store of value. It's still the crypto casino. You still could lose all of your money you put into
Absolutely.
it. So with metals, you'll never lose all your money. There's obviously a bottom. And so I know it's a lot safer, but I just think it's prudent to have some of your wealth outside of the fiat system. And if you want to do a percentage in metals and a percentage in crypto, you can do that if you want. But I think for the younger crowd, maybe crypto is a little more appealing, because even if they lose it all, who cares? You can make more money. But at some of these, older stackers, maybe you're in your 70s, 80s, it's like, I would not be going into crypto, at least not that heavy.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Like I tell people, you diversify your portfolio, put in a little bit of everything. But cryptocurrencies I look at that more as a gamble. You know what I mean? It's a way to make fast money. I dibble and dabble with it, and I've made money with it, but I don't trust it. You know what I mean? And I don't think I ever will.
Yeah.
I like, if I'm going to invest in order to make money, I like real estate. Real estate's the best investment. I tell everybody. Real estate, investing accounts, Roth IRAs, and then you have your gold
Right.
and silver. But if you want to make quick money and know how to play with crypto, go for it. But what happens if there's nothing there? It's invisible. Who's to say they can't shut it down, and then you're out of whatever money you put into it.
Right. Yeah,
Um,
there's definitely a lot of risk. And yeah, real estate, man, the last few years, my house, everyone's house,
Gold mine.
it's yeah, literal gold mine. And
Absolutely.
if you look at the S&P 500, just over the last few years, has been crushing it too.
Oh
Uh,
yeah.
it dominated last year. And so yeah, that's why you have a portion of your money in the stock market, and obviously real estate, great investment, and a portion of your money in metals. And I don't think there's that many people out there preaching you should put all your money into metals.
Yeah, I haven't
Maybe
seen a
like
video yet.
well, Truth Never Told. There's some of these other. I don't know if you watch his channel, but he's got some interesting ideas. There's some people out there who think that silver is like the going to save us from whatever.
Oh
Just
yeah.
that it's the only solution to the collapse of the system. But there can obviously be more than one solution. And is silver going to be it? I don't know, but it's great to have just in case.
Yeah, no, absolutely, absolutely. I like I say, I'm a heavy gold and silver stacker. I believe in it 100%. But it's not the only thing I put my money into. You know, I like I love putting money in the land and real estate. I love that's what makes me a lot of money.
Yeah,
You
no
know,
doubt. Hey, I was gonna ask you, you changed your channel name, or you wanted to change it or something. I don't think Patriotic Stacker was your first choice.
yeah, no,
Was it
it was Patriot. I started off as Patriot
Patriot?
stacker,
That's right.
and Tita Silver Stacker pointed out to me. He's like, "Hey, we have another Patriot in the community."
Right, right.
I was like, "Oh, really?" So I looked him up, and there he was. So I switched it around there, and everyone gets us confused still.
So here's one thing that's kind of interesting. So you went from Patriot Stacker to Patriotic Stacker, right?
Yes.
Yankee Stacking, he actually had a channel before called, I think it was Yankee Stacker, and he had some issues with it and he had to shut it down, and he changed to Yankee Stacking. And
Oh, really?
yeah, so I was his first subscriber and first comment and view and all that stuff on his new channel, right? Well, I actually changed my channel name as well. I was Silver Baggins,
Yeah, yeah.
and so now I'm Silver Dragon. So all three of us have that in common. We had to change our channel name.
That's awesome. Tell us about the story with Baggins. What would happen? Was Lord of the Rings? Didn't they contact you?
Yeah, yeah, it was the Warner Brothers.
Really?
They Yeah, so they own a bunch of companies, and one of the companies they own has the rights to the name Baggins. Specifically, they have Frodo Baggins, Bilbo Baggins. I think there might be a few other trademarks that they have, but it's so that they have the protection to sell merch and silver coins and other things with the name Baggins on them, right? And so I was Silver Baggins, and they did not like that. So they contacted me, and there was a cease and desist and all this stuff, and basically they said, hey, you got to change it. So the natural thing for me to do was just to change it to Silver Dragons, because my logo was already a dragon, and so it all just kind of worked out. But I'm kind of happy I did change it, because I feel like Silver Dragons is just sort of a more powerful name, and dragons are so popular that I feel like it actually maybe helped me out in the long run.
Absolutely, man. No, it's definitely a kick-ass name. But that's crazy how they contacted you. Just some little guy on the community. Even though you're the biggest in the community, but you're still, when it comes to the YouTube world, you're pretty small.
Yeah,
All of us, we're just a small little community in this giant YouTube world. Just for them
yeah.
to contact you because of the name, it's just insane.
Yeah, I guess the way that they found me was I was doing a collaboration with MK Bars,
Oh,
and so he's the biggest silver pourer in the world. He has so much stuff, and he was making these Silver Baggins rounds for my channel. I was actually part of the International Silver Syndicate. Long story. There's a bunch of channels, but I was one of them. And anyway, that they found out I was Silver Baggins through that. So it was a silver product that said Baggins on it, and they were not happy. So
wow.
that
Wow.
was the reason. Actually, they found out who I was, and they told him he had to stop selling those rounds. And there actually was a very limited amount of Silver Baggins channel rounds made. I think there was like 140 or something like that in existence, and I have some of them. I think I have 4 of them. So
They'll be
probably
worse.
gonna just keep one and give the others to my kids.
They'll be worth some money in the future.
Oh, they're already worth a lot of
Yeah, they're
money.
probably worth money now. Absolutely. Big
Yeah.
Red Boy has a question. He says, "What's your thoughts on platinum and palladium and rhodium?"
Oh man, this. I was actually talking to my kids about this today.
Really?
We were in the car, and it was my 5-year-old. He asked me. He goes, "Daddy, what's the one that's worth more than gold?" And I'm like, "Okay, you mean palladium? Is that you know, it has a higher dollar value right now. Is that the one you're talking about? Yeah, Palladium. I said, well, you know, Rhodium is worth a lot more than even Palladium. Um, and it was kind of funny. It's just, whoa, how much is it worth? You know, a lot more. And you know, I guess he has some concept of value, but you know, my 7-year-old, he was part of the conversation too, and we're talking about, you know, how platinum, palladium, rhodium, those haven't really been around that long. I mean, I think it was the maybe 1700s or something when they started actually using them for stuff.
Hmm.
Specifically, platinum, I think, was used first. At least it was the most widely used. And you know, but gold and silver have been used for so much longer. They were actually used for money. And so I think that when it comes to stacking, you really need to have a heavy base of the gold and silver first before you start wandering into the other metals. I think they're a little bit more speculative, and I'm a little bit worried about the car industry. You know, obviously, catalytic converters are where the platinum and palladium are, whether it
Absolutely.
be diesel or gas or whatever. And number one, there's less precious metals in the vehicles today because they have a new way where they have like the honeycomb pattern. It's more efficient to burn off the emissions, but also they're just making a lot more electric cars, and they have no emissions, right? So they don't need any platinum or palladium in any electric cars. So, you know, where's the demand going to go long term from here? You know, I don't think it's a super bright outlook. And because they haven't been used as money, to me, I just don't think you should be stacking them heavily. I know some people do. I have a little bit of platinum, a little bit of palladium, but I don't go heavy on those. At least not as heavy as the gold and silver. Those are the two that I think most people should focus on.
Absolutely, I agree with you. You know, I think because what's the plan there? And by 2035, they want to get rid of all gasoline and diesel vehicles.
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah.
and I think the minute they do that, if well, I don't think they can. They're going to be able to. They might be able to, but the minute they do that, I think platinum and palladium will tank. It'll be worthless because that's pretty much the only reason we use that besides jewelry. Um,
Yeah.
and
The, yeah.
I stay away from it. I only
The,
buy gold and silver.
yeah. Yeah. There's a very few uses for them. There are some other parts of industry that utilize the platinum group metals, but yeah, largely they wouldn't be needed as much. And so if we're still mining them at the same rate, but we don't need them, then demand is down and price goes down at that point. So yeah, if you're trying to stack for the next, you know, 20, 30 years, then yeah, I wouldn't go heavy on them.
Absolutely. And another question by HD Lowrider. Silver Dragons, did they make you take down your old videos?
No, they did not.
No.
So the main thing they were worried about was me selling stuff that had the name Baggins on it. So selling T-shirts, selling silver bars. You know, I had my Baggins bars that I was pouring myself back then in the COAs. They all said Baggins on them, and that was their main beef. So they didn't make me take down any videos, which was great. But they wanted me to change my name, which was unfortunate. So at the time it was unfortunate. In fact, I seriously contemplated. I'm like, man, should I just, you know, shut it down? Is this the end? Is this the end of the channel? Has it been crushed? But no, it was just the beginning, and the dragon rose from the ashes.
Absolutely, man. Absolutely. Would you ever see that movie? What's it? Ring of Fire. It was who is it? Matthew McConaughey, I think. He
I
was like the
don't know that I
Dragon
have.
Slayer.
Oh,
And
that
it was
sounds awesome.
oh man, that was a good movie. Yeah, it was like the world was pretty much coming to an end because of these dragons, and there
Oh,
was like a
nice.
small community out in England or something, and Matthew McConaughey was like the Dragon Slayer. It's an awesome movie. I think it's Ring of Fire,
I'm
but
gonna
you
have to
probably
check
like
that
that.
out.
Oh yeah, you'd probably like that, man. Definitely a bad older movie. It's from like the early 2000s, but
Okay.
really good movie. Um, H.G. Lowrider said, The sanctions are put on Russia. Watch platinum and palladium soar.
Yeah, it could happen. And again, if you just want to speculate, right? Because if you're gonna buy them with the intent to resell in the next year, the next 5 years, if you just want to speculate on the price, to me that's not really stacking. It's not this long-term wealth preservation. So could they go up? Yeah, there's a lot of factors, you know. The mines could dry up or what have you, and they could become way more. I mean, they could all go up to the same price as rhodium. I have no idea, and
Yeah, I
what's
never know.
rhodium at? 14, 17,000? Who knows? It changes every week. Right?
Isn't that crazy how high rhodium is?
Yeah, I honestly don't
Insane.
know. I could look it up here, but
I think wasn't it like $25,000 not too long ago?
oh, I'm sure it was. It went crazy high, and it has come back down. Let's see what Kitco says. They got it at about 18,000 right now, something like
Wow,
that.
that's crazy.
Yeah. So could they go up? Sure, but is it wise to go heavy on those metals? Again, I don't know. If you want to speculate, um, there's other ways to do that. You could speculate on the miners.
Absolutely, absolutely. Even matter of fact, some LCSs don't even buy platinum and palladium.
Interesting.
Yeah, some by me, my LCS, he won't buy platinum or palladium. He doesn't even sell it.
Wow. Yeah,
You know.
like I mean, I know you can offload it at some of the online bullion dealers, but the other thing that people like to talk about when it comes to stacking is copper, and it's not a precious metal; it's a base metal, but the price has gone up so much over the last few years.
Yeah, yeah.
It's insane. I remember copper rounds, the 1 ounce copper rounds; those are only worth like 10 cents or something, and now they're like 28 cents a round as far as the spot price of copper. So copper's done really well, but the problem is you just need a lot of it to make any sort of a dent. I mean, who wants to have thousands of pounds of copper in their house, right?
Absolutely. So what I do, I work in the trades. I have a flooring business, and some houses, they'll leave copper outside, and they're gonna throw them out in the dumpster. And I'm like, you know what? If you guys are gonna throw it out, I'll take it. I load my truck up. I put it in next to my shed. I have a pile of copper, and every year I usually go drop it off at Sims, which is my metal, I guess, scrap yard by me.
Yep.
And I think copper's at 450 a pound right now.
Yeah.
But it's I guess you call that scrapping versus stacking. You know what I mean? It's you definitely could make some good money doing it, and but it takes up a lot of space, a lot of
Yeah.
space.
So basically you're converting your copper back into fiat, and then I'm assuming you're buying silver or something with it,
Oh
or
yeah, absolutely,
yeah.
absolutely.
Yeah, that's a great strategy. But to hold the cop, like, so if you did that but never got rid of it, you just held all the copper.
Oh my God,
Can you imagine?
forget about it. Forget about it.
Yeah, there's actually a business near me that sells copper pennies, and they sell them by weight, and it's around the price of copper what they sell them for. So you're paying more than a penny for a penny. I don't know if it's 2 cents or 3 cents or whatever it is, but they sell them by the ton. You can literally get it delivered to your house, and so people are buying copper by the ton.
Oh
I can
wow,
just imagine putting that in my
it's
basement. What
it's
my
too
wife would
much.
say.
Too much. We have a question for you too, SD. This is from Silver and Gold Stack Attack. SD, where do you say you buy most of your precious metals? Online, LCS, or other?
Oh, that's a tough one. Um, Probably most of it I buy online now. Um, which I guess is kind of sad because I'd like to go to the coin shops. I have a few that I frequent. I try and go there maybe once or twice a month, more if I can. But I love going to the LCS, and I wish I could buy more there. But the problem is the selection is just terrible. Over the last 2 years, the selection has completely dwindled. I mean, sometimes there's no silver at all at the LCS. None. And they're like, "Yeah, we can order it." I'm like, "Yeah, I can order it too." through online, you know. So unfortunately, I've had to transition to more online purchases, but that's okay. You know, you can support the online dealers. So that's I guess where I buy most of it. But I also do buy silver shot from my local refiner. I'm still supporting them.
Okay.
So and I use all of that for pouring silver.
You know, I guess I'm in between. You know, like I understand like LCSs, um, they don't have everything. You know, they don't have like yeah, I can probably get an American Gold Eagle or a Buffalo, maybe a few maples, but they don't have you know I guess it depends where you are, but some LCSs they don't have anything, or some of them sell out.
Yeah.
Online there's always stuff, especially like websites like AppMex. Yeah, they're overpriced, but they have everything. You know,
Yeah.
and yeah, I think more people are moving towards online now versus LCSs, which again is sad because you want to give these small businesses business, but sometimes they can't compete.
Right. No, yeah, and really just over the last few years, I remember, when the whole panic started, back in 2020, some of them even shut down, and you couldn't even go in there for months. One of mine was shut down for like 3, 4 months, and I was like, "Are they ever coming back?" um, Maybe it was longer. I guess I don't really remember, but yeah, I love to support the LCS. And the other thing too is sometimes I get really good deals at my LCS.
Oh,
But
absolutely.
yeah, so
I get really good deals, and and you also got to figure you don't have to pay any extra fees and no shipping. I think it's over $200 is free shipping, but still, like they usually get you with fees unless you use a check or a bank
yeah.
wire. But sometimes it's cheaper at the LCS. You get some killer deals, and especially when you build a relationship with them, they really hook you up.
Yeah, honestly, I hardly ever buy anything online without doing the e-check. I mean, it's like 99. In fact, it's probably been years since I bought anything without e-check. Just because that 3% fee or whatever it is, I can't do it. I can't stomach it. you know?
See, and that's what's uh, different with me. Now, I'm a big fan of credit cards, big fan, and it's because running a business, knowing how to work the credit cards, get trips and points and cash back, and when I purchase gold, as long as you pay it off, like I tell everyone, as long as you pay off your credit card, whatever the balance is every month, not the minimums. So if you spend $10,000, if you don't have the $10,000 to pay it, don't spend it. So I use the credit cards and I get points back, cash back, free trips, miles, and sometimes I can convert that to free gold. But
So are you mostly buying like on eBay, or where would you say you buy most? Because if you're getting 3% back, but you're having to pay an additional 3%, it's kind of, you know, doesn't do
no,
anything, right?
I get where you're going to, but I buy everywhere. I do Hero Bullion,
Hmm.
um, which is a new site that I've been really. I see you guys. They sponsor you and Yankee,
Yep. Yep.
and
Silver Pros. Yep.
let me tell you, Hero is great. Great website. I've been using them a lot. SD Bullion. Um,
Nice.
there's I've been buying a lot of through groups on Facebook too. I've gotten outstanding deals, probably better than my LCS and online. Um, this here, for example, if I go on Scottsdale, and yes, they don't charge you taxes, but if I were to go on Scottsdale Mint and buy this, it'd be $600 out the door, just one of them.
Terrible.
I got this for $550
Not
out the
bad.
door. $550 for a 20-ounce Scottsdale bar.
I like those bars,
Oh, I love them, man. I'm gonna definitely buy more of these.
the Kit Kats.
These are beautiful, and they just feel good in your hand.
Yeah. Well, 20 ounces. That's a good weight.
Absolutely. And I picked this thing up here, YPS.
Oh yeah, yeah.
These the Jagermeister bottles.
Yep.
There's only 750 made.
I would probably say Jaeger poured silver. He's He rivals MK bars. They both do a lot.
Oh yeah, they're both real good.
He
Real
just
good.
doesn't have as many designs, I think. But
MK does more designs.
yeah, but I don't know. Yeah, who sells more? There's been a few other pours through over the years that have sold a lot of stuff, and I don't know how they do it. I mean, I got a real small time pouring operation, and even just making like 10 things a week, I'm spent.
Absolutely, absolutely. Um, when you this year, what are you stacking more? Are you stacking generic 90%?
I'm actually there's a few ways I look at it. The first thing I look at is the ratio, right? Do I want gold or silver? And right now, it's kind of in the sweet spot where you could do either. They're both fine. And so when it comes to silver, because I give myself the green light, all right, let's stack some silver this year. I actually just finished up my guardhouse boxes. So my $50 guardhouse box and my dime guardhouse box are completed. And so I'm doing pretty good on the constitutional. I feel good about my junk pile. So I wanna get more bullion, and my goal this year is to stack maple leaves. So I bought my first tube like a week ago, and it hasn't even shipped yet. But so that's unfortunate. But I
And
want to
like I
stack
told you,
maples. Yeah,
I'll stack with you in a maple box this year.
yeah, we'll do it. I
I
mean, I don't know how long it's going to take me, but hopefully we can get it done this year. It's
Yeah,
only
it'd be cool.
500 ounces.
Yeah, only 500. Nothing. No big deal.
Yeah. Well,
No,
it's
I
funny. I was just going to say real quick. Some people were hating on the maples because of everything going on in Canada. And what I have to say about that is if you're buying them, secondhand, or if you're not buying them from someone that gets them directly from the mint, you're not supporting the Royal Canadian Mint if that's a problem for you. But the other thing too is that if you need to offload something, now you have something that you can easily offload that you're not worried about. Like if I have a monster box of Eagles and a monster box of Maples and I need to sell one of them, those Maples are gone.
easy,
So
easy,
it's
very liquid,
yeah, I have no problem stacking them.
very liquid. I love maples. I think it's weird when you look at it. American Silver Eagle, right? They're pretty basic. They're classic coins, but they're pretty basic. They just started putting security features in 2021, and
Mhm.
if that's what you want to call them, I don't really call them a security feature. There's not
Uh,
much compared to.
oh, you're talking about on the Eagles?
Yeah, but
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
they're pretty basics. And then when you look at the maple leaves, they're very beautiful. There's so much detail, so many security features. You think they would be a lot more expensive, but they're not. They're pretty cheap.
Yeah.
I
Yeah,
think
yeah, it's just demand, There's way more demand for the Eagles. And I think part of it has to do with people buying them for their IRAs. Um, they just go heavy on the Eagles. And there's also, if you're buying a lot, like if you're one of these really power stackers, moving 10, 20 monster boxes at a time, it's a lot easier to do it, less IRS forms and all that kind of stuff if you're doing Eagles, because you could buy and sell a million silver Eagles and not, I guess on the purchase, if you go over 10,000, you're going to have to fill out the IRS forms. But for selling them, you could sell a million of them and not have to send any red flags over to the IRS. So I wonder if that's one of the reasons why they're so popular here in America. Um, but yeah, I mean, every year that the U.S. Mint sells way more coins than any other nation.
that's true, absolutely. But yeah, no, I started stacking a maple box, and I jumped two tubes away until that's finished. But I seen that you wanted to stack one this year, and I'll join you for the second one. I love
So
maples,
you
man.
have 18 tubes right now. You only got 2 left.
Two left, and I'll finish that one. And once I finish that one, I said I'll get on the bandwagon with you, and I'll stack another one.
You're gonna do okay. So I need a little insider info. So how long did it take you to do the first box?
2 years because I wasn't really focused on that one. You know what I mean? I was
Okay,
buying this,
okay.
buying that, buying this, buying that. So it's not like for example, Yankee. When he wants something, he focuses on just that thing, and he'll buy that until it's done.
Right.
So I'm like that in a way, but at the same time, if I see something, if something else comes up, good deals, I'll splurge and buy other things.
Right.
So it's But this year I've been focusing. This year I'm doing the 1 ounce gold challenge a month. I'm buying an ounce of gold each month, on top of Spectacular's 1/10 ounce, and then I'm doing the 10-ounce silver bar challenge, and I'm gonna fill this jar here with 90%.
Nice.
So I got a couple things that I want to do by the end of the year. Hey, what's
All
up,
right.
T, the Silver Stacker? Thanks for coming in, man. What's up, Trident? And Trident says, "Goddamn, Patriot, you are in the 500 challenges."
Hey, man, whatever keeps you motivated.
Yeah,
Honestly,
man.
the challenges are what keep a lot of us going. Complete that
Absolutely.
box, fill that tube.
And you've done your challenges quick, dude. I seen your what was that? You just did the $50 box. What, you started 2 months ago and you finished that by now.
Yeah, I really wanted to get that one done because I'm a little bit worried about the price of junk silver shooting up again. I
Yeah.
think if we have another run up on silver, it's going to get really expensive. So I wanted to get that one done as soon as possible. The maples, I'm not so worried about. I feel like they're going to have, $4 or $5 premium. Even if silver goes up, the premium, I don't really foresee skyrocketing. But I guess we'll have to wait and see.
Yeah, absolutely. 90%. I remember when it was like, there's pretty much no premium to it. It was you can get it close to spot.
Yeah,
And
not anymore.
Now it's $28, $29 an ounce.
Hey, Spokane Silver Stacker, what's up?
He's a newer channel, man. Awesome. I like his stuff.
Yeah. Are there any good coin shops in Spokane? I'm going to be driving through when we
Where
do
is that
our
now, Spokane?
Washington. There might
So
be
that's not,
more than one, but that's the one I'm familiar with.
and that's by you, right? You're in
Yeah,
Oregon.
yeah, it's a bit of a drive. I don't know if we drove it last year, and I think it was like 4 hours, maybe 5 hours. I don't know. We may have stopped a few times, but it's really close to Idaho, and we like to go to the Silverwood theme park. It's called Silverwood. How cool is that?
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah, so we planned another trip this year, and I'll be going through Spokane, but maybe I'll see if there's any coin shops in the area.
I love when traveling and you go up when we go on vacation, my wife and my kids, and I have one kid over you. You said you had 3, right?
Yep.
I got 4.
Nice.
So, I like they get mad because everywhere I go, I have to check out the local coin shops, and most of the vacation money goes in there.
That's okay because you're just saving it for another vacation.
Absolutely, man. Absolutely.
It's all savings. Well, hey, this has been super fun, Patriotic Stacker. I really appreciate you asking me to come on and do this.
Anytime, Silver Dragons. I really appreciate it for coming on, and we should do it again, man.
Yeah,
Whenever
definitely.
you have some time, we'll shoot for another interview. Maybe do a little longer this next time, and yeah, this was fun, man. I'll ask you more questions next time.
Well, I mean, once you get me going, I could probably just talk forever. But
Dude, I'm the same. I'm the same way. I'm the same way.
Yeah. Well, best of luck with your stacking and with the maple challenge. I guess we're on, and we'll see who can finish that monster box first.
Absolutely, man. Absolutely. I can't wait. Now I got to get another box. But imagine, you go upload your tube, right? And I just throw a maple box full already. I'll just buy the whole box. What is it? 15 grand?
Yeah, it's not that much. It's like it's doable. But the other thing too is that you kind of want to dollar cost average it because what
Yeah,
if
absolutely.
what if silver does go down a few bucks? Over the next month or so, it's like maybe you should wait to buy the whole box just just buy $1,000 a week or a month or whatever.
Absolutely. Dude, I couldn't afford to drop 15 grand right there. No way. It'd take me a year to do it. I'm lucky if I can get the rest of the challenges done.
You'll get it. You'll get it.
Oh, sure, man. So far, I got 2 months done on the gold. Buying the 1 ounce gold a month, and but you never know. Next, maybe in a month from now, our world will be on fire.
Yeah, let's hope not.
Yeah, right.
So.
But all right, Silver Dragons, I really appreciate it, man. Thank you for coming on, and good luck, man.
All right, thank you so much. Silver Dragons is out.
All right, guys. Want to say thank you guys for all coming in. Thanks, Trident. Thanks, Silver Gold Stack Attack, HD Lowrider, Savage Stacker, T to Silver Stacker, Patriot, Spookan Silver Stacker. Good night, T. Good night, Spookan. I'll catch you guys on the next one, man. Thanks for all coming in. Peace out.